Hey there, tennis enthusiasts and curious onlookers. Today, I want to dive into a story that's got a lot of people talking, a San Francisco dad's unexpected encounter with park rangers while simply enjoying a family tennis session. Now, this isn't your typical dad gets in trouble tale, it's a fascinating look at the fine line between public enjoyment and regulatory boundaries. So, let's get into it. First things first, Sam Dogen, a dad from San Francisco, was just trying to have a fun afternoon with his kids. He thought he was doing nothing wrong, just playing tennis with his 6-year-old and 9-year-old at Golden Gate Heights Park. But, as we all know, things aren't always as they seem. About 20 minutes into their game, 2 park rangers showed up, and the fun was about to take a turn. Now, I personally find this situation super interesting because it raises a deeper question. How do we balance public spaces for everyone's enjoyment while also ensuring no one's breaking the rules? The Rangers, from the San Francisco Recreation and Parks Department, had a simple question. Did Dogen have a permit to teach tennis? Now, here's where things get a bit tricky. Dogen was clearly just playing with his kids, not teaching a paid lesson. But, in my opinion, the Rangers' approach seems a bit overzealous. Why disrupt a family's fun afternoon just because they're playing tennis? Personally, I think there's a fine line between regulating public spaces and being overly intrusive. It's like the old saying goes, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. But sometimes, we need to ask ourselves if we're being too cautious. The whole situation got even more interesting when one of Dogen's kids spoke up. His son simply said, "Here's my daddy." Now, this moment is a powerful reminder of the importance of human connection and understanding. It's a simple statement, but it humanizes the whole situation. It's like the Rangers realized, hey, wait a minute, this is a family. And that's when the confusion ended. But, what makes this really interesting is the potential implications for other families. What if this had been a different family, perhaps one without a strong voice to speak up? That's a thought-provoking question, and it highlights the importance of empathy in these situations. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. The San Francisco Recreation and Parks Department has a policy of checking if people providing instruction on public courts are operating commercially. They want to ensure that paid tennis lessons are done with the proper permits. But, here's the catch, Dogen wasn't teaching a paid lesson. He was just playing with his kids. So, my question is, should parents teaching their own children be treated differently? I think so. Raising children in an expensive city like San Francisco is already challenging enough. Adding unnecessary bureaucracy and unfriendly interactions doesn't help. It's like adding fuel to the fire of parental stress. Dogen's encounter also raises a question about the role of law enforcement in public spaces. Should park rangers be more understanding and empathetic in these situations? Or is it their job to strictly enforce the rules? Personally, I think there's room for improvement in how these interactions are handled. It's like the old saying goes, a little understanding goes a long way. And in this case, a little understanding from the Rangers could have gone a long way in making Dogen and his family feel more welcome. In conclusion, this story is a fascinating look at the intersection of public spaces, family life, and regulatory boundaries. It's a reminder that sometimes, we need to step back and think about the bigger picture. What makes this really interesting is the potential for it to spark a conversation about how we can make our cities more family-friendly. So, the next time you're out enjoying a public space, remember this story and think about how we can all contribute to a more welcoming environment. And who knows, maybe you'll even start carrying your kids' birth certificates with you just in case. But seriously, let's keep the conversation going and find ways to make our public spaces more inclusive and enjoyable for everyone.